Hey, good morning, everyone. Eric Bates, General Manager here at Wingspread, checking in at our organic garden here on the Wingspread property with David Mack, who is this year's gardener for our Wingspread Gardens. David, good morning.
Good morning to you. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Hey, so tell us first, how'd you get involved with gardening here at the Wingspread Gardens?
I started out as a server slash bartender, and some of the individuals around here knew that I had a degree in horticulture. I loved being outside. They needed someone to tend the gardens for the 2024 summer year, and it all just fell into place.
Wow, that is really great. That's fantastic. So you get to come up here and plant some of the vegetables and herbs and things that we use throughout Wingspread in our culinary dishes and creations. And in another segment, we'll talk with the chef about how he uses some of this. But why don't you walk us through a little bit about what's in the garden this year? What are you growing?
Absolutely. So this year we're doing a lot of different things. Right here you can see we've got a different lettuce, we've got some bistro salad blend, we've got some Grandma Haley's. Over there we've got another different variety. So this is our lettuce area. We've also got some tomatoes, some peppers, squash, Brussels sprouts, some rhubarb we got in from last year. Never really touched it. It's still growing pretty healthy and strong, so we're keeping that as well. So overall, we have a different varieties of different kind of plants so that we can have our lettuces, we can have our tomatoes, our squash, our peppers, everything that we really need to have a full produce for our dinners and lunches.
So it must be interesting because, like you said, you're a server and a bartender for us here at Wingspread as well. Is it neat to know that some of the salads and things that we're producing and you're seeing come across on the plate were things that you actually had a hand in growing and they were grown like within, I don't know, 100 feet of the kitchen?
Oh, absolutely. That's actually one of the most fun things that I'm going to have this year is the possibility that, not possibility, but the opportunity that this is all going to be on a plate that I'm going to actually get to serve. And I'll be able to tell the individuals, hey, I got to grow this. And you're going to get to try out all these different things that we spent all this time working on in this organic garden.
That's fantastic. So tell us a little bit about, I know this is our vegetable garden here at Wingspread, but tell us about the other gardens and the things we grow and harvest here at Wingspread.
Absolutely. So we also have an herb garden, which we grow a number of different herbs, lemon verbena, mint, a couple of different varieties of basil, some rosemary, and a few different chive bushes we have at the moment this year. And we use those for plating. We use those for herbs in our soups and our salads. Pretty much anything that the chefs can think of, we'll use that for our meals. And then on top of that, we also have a great fruit orchard, which unfortunately I didn't have a hand in building up, but I'd love to keep maintaining if possible and help. And that involves a number of different pears and apples that we can also use for our dishes. But it also lets the deer and the other animals snack on it and gives them a nice little meal or two in the surrounding area of Wingspread.
That's really great. I know that one of the other things that we have here at Wingspread is an apiary, and I'm sure the fruit orchards and all of the flowers and things that we grow around the property, both on purpose and just naturally, help that apiary out. Do you know much about that honey production? Or I know we'll talk to the chef about it in another segment, but what do you see coming across the kitchens when we talk about honey?
Of course, we have our honey located right inside of our guest house, which the guests can enjoy with their tea, with their coffee, or whatever drink that they have. But we do see honey coming in through a lot with what the chefs make in certain dishes and certain meals. So that's always a large thing that we have with our honey reserve. And then on top of just using the honey, having those bees on site around here is so beneficial to our plants and getting them pollinated and keeping these native species that we have around here thriving in the area.
That's awesome. Very cool. Hey, so I know that gardening is not always easy. I know at my house, weeds grow like crazy and it's always something to keep up with. But what's your biggest challenge at the Wingspread garden?
Obviously, the biggest challenge, there's two of them. There are weeds, as you can see right here. We've got quite a few of the natural weeds that are coming out from the mulch, which it's just a normal occurrence over time, but that's always a challenge, is maintaining that weed. And then, of course, the bugs. We have some bugs here right now that have been eating holes in our plants, but that's the challenge to overcome. So we've been taking that challenge on. But like I always say, if there's no bugs in your garden, are you even doing anything right?
Right. It makes me feel better about my garden at all.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. All right. Last thing I wanted to talk about. You made a post on our internal post the other day about these plants. Let's walk over here really quick
Of course.
because tell us about what these are.
So these are our Brussels sprout. These are the Diablo variety. And we have a few little infestations. You can see some holes. They're but they actually are growing pretty well. There was few that had some yellowing. As you can see over here, all we did was we just pinched these off in order to seal up the area and wound over. That allows them to send all the other nutrients into the healthy shoots, into the healthy leaves, and create a more stress resilient plant. So they're looking pretty good. I laid down some coffee grounds, just a natural remedy that hopefully deters the pests. And we also used an organic spray on them to keep them from coming off of the stalks. But as you can see here, we've got quite a number of Brussels plants. And if they all mature at the right time, we should have quite a harvest of Brussels sprouts for our meals.
All right, you're probably not going to like this, but the other day that post, that what did you say about these Brussels sprouts?
Oh, every day I'm Brusselin.
Love
We
it.
are at Wingspread. We are Brusselin.
Cool, David. Thank you so much for spending some time with us and walking us through this garden. It's beautiful. I can't wait to see how it develops through the year and come back and visit it again.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure talking with you. We'll see you soon as
Thanks
well.
for all you do.
Of course. Bye-bye.
Bye.